Hey guys, welcome to a recap of Big Brother season 25, episode 7. Now, the title for this episode, I don't know what to call it. I feel like there was a lot of twists and turns, but at the end, they ultimately decided on the same decision that they were gonna do anyway. So I felt like I was hoodwinked, I was robbed of a whole experience, but I don't know. Do you guys think this cast is playing scared? Because I really thought Cameron was going to get eliminated, but at the end of the day, Riley was eliminated. So Heisem definitely got what he wanted in the whole situation. But guys, this whole episode was a setup, I believe, for next episode. I feel like next episode is going to be so good, so fire, because it's going to be Heisem, our new villain of the episode. I know. At one point, the power was getting to Riley's head. But, Heisem take it to a whole new level, honey. Sweetie, you only have the power for a week. After a week, you gotta be a regular house guest. You have to compete and not get into the nether regions. But y'all, Heisem, in that speech, he made it super clear that he wanted the whole house to vote unanimously to eliminate our guy Cameron. I felt like Cameron, this was really tight one for you, and I can see why no one wants to be a pawn in this whole house situation because it could really twist and turn in a blink of an eye. Because I really thought Cameron was gonna be eliminated, y'all. Because listen. Listen. Even the handful, they have their hierarchy of who they want to keep versus who should go. Because most of the people in the handful group, they want to keep Riley. They like Riley. They feel like Riley could take them on the pretty much the end of the game. For particularly Jag wants Riley to stay as opposed to Cameron, even though Cameron is part of the handful. It seemed like Cameron, honey, I mean, sweetie, I feel like fortunately enough, Riley made a decision when she left that she saw the votes were not in her favor, and she said to everyone in her an alliance that it would be best not to spoil their game and just unanimously vote to eliminate her. So I feel like this is a good strategy that helped out Cameron because Cameron is supposed to be a part of the handful crew, but obviously the handful crew don't view Cameron, at least with somewhat with respect, to even have a talk to see where he's at or give him a heads up. I feel like Cameron was in the dark this whole episode. We didn't get to see much from him. He was taking a seat back. But Jag made it especially clear that, he kind of is wanting to have and he will fight for Riley to say. Now, we get to see Miss Siri in this whole episode situation put her hands in the whole pot and get a little messy. Now, Miss Siri has a talk with Velocity and Izzy talking about Heisen's power trip. Heisen's power trip is going way too far because when there was a group meeting with the professors, he was not really listening. He already has in mind what to do next week. He pretty much strategized and says that, next week he doesn't want to have to do all the effort, all the work, all the heavy lifting and be head of household or have to win a veto competition. He kind of wants to sit back because he doesn't want to create a target on his back. Ideally, who he is going for next week when they were talking, not even talking, not they were talking. It was really Hytham talking. He was doing all the talking, and pretty much next week he wants to go after Blue and Jack. Even when he's hearing out his supposedly teammates, he doesn't really listen. He already has the answer to his question. He already knows the question he's gonna ask next with the answer. So he pretty much wants everyone on the same page. So ultimately, this rubs people off the wrong way. And we have Miss Velocity and Miss Siri. These two is another secret alliance. And naturally, Velocity, she is playing her cards right because she did mention in her talks with Siri and Izzy that she has a special heart for Jared. Like we should protect Jared. And Heisem mentioned that, Jared may be a wild card that they need to look into. Obviously, Mama Bear Siri, it was like, oh hell no. She needs to think of a plot and plan to save her poor baby Jared, because if Heisem think he can go for Jared and it be easy and hand it to him, no. Miss Siri is doing everything possible to pretty much gather together that next week to set up a situation where they can backdoor Heisem. Now, not everyone is involved in this plan. You know, they want to keep Bowie in the dark about this because they feel like she can't handle information, she can't handle tea. I feel like that's super offensive, and I don't know how Bowie would feel about this if they did voted out Riley in this situation out right now. But you know, since we did the team ultimately voted Riley out, this is not going to be a played out scenario. But I feel like Bowie needs to step up as a player because they really kind of not really considered her thoughts or how she would feel in the terms of weight. Okay, they did consider Mimi. We did see a little bit of Mimi have a little bit of input in the situation because they felt like that if she was left out in the dark, that she would feel some type of way, which can backfire on them. But y'all, I felt so bad for our poor baby Matt. Poor baby Matt was like a sad puppy dog this whole episode. He wants everything to be done to save Riley, but I feel like Heisen really bullied Matt to really let him know that, you know, if you don't vote the way I want the house to vote, you know, pretty much I'm going to come for you next. So, you know, Heisen plays no games. And I'm like, sweetie, the way you acting right now is the same reason why Christian got eliminated, why Riley got eliminated. Now, next week, all the people, all the players, even Corey, you know, everyone got together and they're pretty much planning out to backdoor Heisem. So the goal was that, you know, they should go and move forward this plan and make it seem like they're following Heisem's orders to eliminate Riley, to make it seem like, okay, it's good and gravy in the Big Brother house. But ultimately, they want him to be kind of comfortable because he did mention that he doesn't want to be a target. He doesn't want to constantly win these things. So ultimately, what they want to see is that him not win head of household again or a veto competition. So we're gonna see some gameplay next episode because this one was a little bit dry and boring for me. But obviously, Heisem got to go. Easy, Velocity, and Siri, they are like a secret alliance. I see these three really holding each other down, being very transparent with each other's side. That Velocity doesn't know that, you know, Jared is Siri's son. Izzy is the only one who knows so far. But yeah, okay, wait. There was a funny moment in this whole episode. The funny moment in this whole episode is that, you know, Cameron, we did get to see Cameron a little bit in this episode. So Cameron and Jared, they're like chilling and relaxing, having a talk. And Cameron is, you know, about to tell Jared some tea. He's like, I have some tea. Because we're in the house with a lot of, you know, already famous people. But, you know, Cameron wants to say, like, there's a whole twist, usually in Big Brother, and that he kind of have an inkling what the twist is. So of course Jared, he is perked up to know what's Cameron's thoughts because, you know, he's kind of a secret in the whole situation in the Big Brother's house. So Cameron shares like, guess who it is about, and Jared is like, I have no clue. What do you think? So Cameron brings up that it has to do with Velocity. So of course Jared is a little bit chilled because, you know, the real secret is that him, Jared, and Siri are related, mother and son. So it's not about him. So now we want to know what it's about with Velocity. And he has the nerve to say that Velocity may be related to Denzel Washington. And I'm like, do I see it or do I not see it? I don't know. I kind of see it. But for me, the way I see it is in the eyebrows and her smile a little bit. But that could be a twist that's waiting for us that we don't know about. That got me looking. Now I gotta look that up personally. But that is so interesting and so hilarious. A funny moment on this episode. But Jared is super relieved that his secret is safe. Now, at the end, ultimately, you know, I was pretty much there thinking that the team was really gonna vote out Cameron because everyone was talking. They gotta get rid of, Cameron. They gotta get rid of Cameron. And I'm like really prepped up to understand that, okay, Cameron is leaving. And when he gave his speech, I felt so heartbroken because his speech doesn't sound like a man that's leaving. He sounds like a man that's so grateful for this opportunity. But now with Riley's speech, her speech sounded like she was leaving. She was ready to go. She already accepted her fate. She sounded so defeated. I'm like, baby, you got to hold your chest up. I know you young, but you got to hold your chest up. So when I saw how the votes were playing out, I was confused. I said, wait a minute. Why did Jack vote out Riley? Is there something that we don't know about? Is there a twist that's going on? Did Miss Siri put her hand in it and stir it up? But then we see even her boo, Matt, her little bae, her little cutie patootie, voted for Riley. Now, it was only till the end where Riley is talking to Miss Julie Chen, and she let us know that she let us viewers know that, she had a talk with her handfuls and let them know that to vote for her so that they don't expose their game to the other side. So I was like, wow, Riley, you were ready to go. You were booked and packed and you slayed us, and it looks like your skin, she slayed us. And I'm like, okay, but Miss Julie Chen wouldn't be Miss Julie Chen if she didn't have a twist to share Miss Riley. So she had Miss Riley kind of guess who is a secret relationship, secret alliance. And interesting enough, she brought up Jared, but then she also brought up Blue because she said that she felt like Blue and Jared were kind of feeling each other. So do we have a possible new showmance that's gonna brew up? I'm here to watch it because Matt and Cameron, it's over. We don't get to see more. And I was hoping, will they kiss? Will they kiss? No, they didn't kiss. But, Riley has her input. She says, oh, Jared and Blue are a little close. And I'm like, that is interesting too. Now I have to keep my eyes on that situation. Okay. But, Julie Chen, she shares with Riley that no, it does have to do with Jared, but I want to tell you that Jared is related to Siri, as she's like, gag. It's like, I guess it's not obvious, but to me, I feel like it's obvious. These two look alike. They look alike to me. So I was so surprised that she was gagged. So I feel like if, they got Riley gagged, I feel like the whole house really doesn't know because nothing has even come up close to putting two and two together. Now, she did mention that, in hindsight, it makes sense because those two were talking, but she didn't connect it being a family thing or a relationship that that's strong like that. Okay, so it seems like Jared and Siri are doing a good job not being an obvious alliance. It's good for their game because even Velocity, she's ready to protect Jared when Heisem even mentioned that Heisem, you got to be careful with Heisem. So it's good that their dynamic, their alliance is hidden as a secret. Now this episode was a little slow for me, so I'm hoping for next episode, episode 8. I feel like they need to serve because I need to know who you guys think gonna be head of head of HOA. Now, I thought it was hilarious that Izzy again. She's like, I'm gonna win HOA. Like she always says that I'm gonna win HOA. Girl, you better come close at least. Come close at least. And the reason why I have to remind you guys, the reason why Heisem was mentioning Jared as someone that they gotta watch is because Jared came close to winning head of HOA, and he, under Heisem's impression, Jared is a part of the Handful Alliance, and for him, that's a no, no, no. But what was weird is that what made everyone look at Heisem funny was that he was trying to make a deal with America. Okay, he was trying to make a deal with America because he views America as a strong player. And I think he doesn't feel so happy to be part of the professors. I feel like he feels like he's doing all the heavy lifting, all the hard work, all the dirty work. So and they see it too. I think he's trying to, recruit or get a new alliance, a much stronger alliance. And I feel like Heisem is getting too messy, honey. He's getting too messy, too messy, too messy, too messy. And it's too soon, too early in the game. So, y'all, I want to know your thoughts. Are we feeling Big Brother? Should we continue with this? Because I want to know what you guys think. Because I'm recapping this and you guys are not telling me. I need to know what you guys think. So do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate every one of you who takes the time to listen to my recaps, and I want to know much more of what you guys think of this show. So, as always, share as much kindness as possible, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you guys. Goodbye.